Brian Crossman was a friend and a neighbor, a hard-working community member who just this year stepped up to join the Pawlet Select Board. This tragedy that has struck him and his family also hit our community very hard. We are all shaken and grieving. Our hearts go out to everyone affected by this devastating loss. The town of Pawlet will work to get through this as we always had through hard times by supporting each other and doing our best to carry on the Pawlet.
On the morning of September 15, 2024, authorities in Pawlet, Vermont, responded to a gruesome scene at the home of 46-year-old Brian Crossman Sr., a well-known town official on the Pawlet Select Board. Inside the house, they found the bodies of Brian Sr., his wife Erica, 41, and his stepson Colin Taft, just 13 years old. All three had been shot to death in their own home. The person who reported the killings to the police was none other than Brian Crossman Jr., the 23-year-old son of Brian Sr., who was spending the weekend with his family. When officers arrived at the scene, Brian Jr. claimed to have found the bodies upon returning from a walk. He told police that he had tried to move his father's body in an attempt to take him to a relative's home. However, this statement raised immediate suspicion. When the police arrived, they found an open gun safe in the house and several firearms scattered around the crime scene. Forensic analysis would later show that the victims had been shot at close range in a manner that indicated deliberate and sustained violence. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. An autopsy confirmed that Brian Sr. and Erica had been shot in the head, while young Colin suffered multiple gunshot wounds. Brian Crossman Jr. was quickly identified as the prime suspect. The investigation uncovered additional troubling details. Crossman Jr. had a history of mental health struggles and a strained relationship with his father. In fact, shortly after the murders, Brian Jr. was admitted to a mental health facility in New York, where he was later arrested by state police on September 19, 2024. The police were able to gather digital evidence and witness statements that strengthened the case against him. Despite Brian Jr.'s initial claims of innocence, his story began to unravel as investigators found inconsistencies in his version of events. In court, the prosecution emphasized the brutality of the crime, pointing to the multiple gunshots fired at close range. The prosecutor argued that the methodical nature of the killings, combined with the suspect's troubled history, made this a clear-cut case of premeditated murder. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos. Brian Crossman Jr. was charged with 3 counts of aggravated murder and extradited to Vermont. During his court appearance, he pleaded not guilty to all charges. Despite his plea, the judge ordered him to be held without bail until a further hearing. The trial is set to determine whether the suspect should be detained through trial, as the community of Pawlet waits for justice. This tragic case has left a lasting impact on the small town of Pawlet, where residents are still grappling with the loss of a respected community leader, his wife, and a young boy. As the legal process continues, the town mourns, and the Crossman family is left seeking answers and closure. In a statement to the media, local officials expressed their condolences to the surviving family members and assured the public that they are committed to ensuring justice is served in this heartbreaking case. The investigation remains ongoing as detectives piece together more details surrounding the motivation and circumstances of the triple murder. With Brian Crossman Jr. in custody, the case serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can sometimes lurk within families. This case, built on a foundation of factual evidence and community tragedy, continues to unfold as Brian Crossman Jr. faces the possibility of life behind bars for the brutal slaying of his own family members. The town of Pawlet, Vermont, will never forget the tragic events that transpired in September 2024. Please subscribe to our channel and make comments about what you think of our videos.